Yes, lovely people, we're back on Kopish. I'm here with my good brother Gooner Lee. And Liverpool have come to the Emirates and we spoiled a party. Man City drew yesterday. Gooner Lee and Hooks, who's just off camera, we're going to be speaking to him soon, thought that they were going to win. But you got played off the park in the second half. What happened, Lee?
I blame Hooks. But I'll tell you why, yeah. Let me tell you why. Because Hooks is the one that was giving bare talk, innit? But I back it, but I'm just saying he was going too far, innit? I'm joking, man. But for real, like, no, that was poor from Arsenal, man. That was poor. You have to, you know what? Let's have a conversation because you are the one that's saying slot out. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear that from you because you owe him an apology. Where's Monts as well? Monts, you owe. Listen, I want to see you lot say some nice things about him because. Listen, you lot did alright in the second, well, more than alright. You lot did well, man, and shout out to your players, man. I thought that every man stepped up. I thought Konate from the back, Paul's crazy, but I think
that's wild. And you know I'm not going to edit that out.
Do you know what? This is what happens, yeah? You're saying that's what happens when Arsenal just my head's gone. But Van Dijk was good. And you know what? Listen, Declan Rice is a fantastic player. He's a fantastic player. But I thought Gravy Bolt, shout out to my boy Monts. Yeah, he did his thing in the second half, man. You have to give him props. You have to give him man props, innit? Why are you looking at me?
I'm liking this league. Like, what do you say? Liverpool League again, or?
Nah, come on, man. Stop that, bro. Listen, anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to get rushed out there. Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
I was even going to say, you know what? I couldn't even. I saw both my teams play today. That's what someone could say, innit? But nah, man, it's annoying, innit? It's annoying because I was just chatting to Hooks about it as well. Like for me, I think Liverpool. There was an interview with Sabojla before the game, and he said, I'm paraphrasing, but he said sort of like Arsenal are playing the champions, not this champions elect kind of thing. And yeah, look, you have to give Liverpool props. They stood up and they stepped up in it. They didn't want to come here and sort of be rolled over and look to be seen as some small boys. They showed the levels that they can produce. Obviously, this is where Liverpool fans are going to come and say, look, why can't we do this all the time? And listen, you can agree with them. The manager set up the right way today, I think. Set a deep block, but I thought Frimpong was a great outlet on the right hand side. I just think that his finishing was absolute. His technical level is, you know what? It's actually worse than Martinelli's. That is saying so. Like, it's actually horrible, but he's an outlet, man. And you know what? Like, I think he obviously needs to warm to the team a bit more. But yeah, he can be. He can be quite good. But obviously, Gakpo up front weren't great for you. But so I think we marshalled him well. But in terms of that, like, our passing was just woeful, like, and I think it was because of you guys, the energy. I thought you was snapping at our heels. And again, listen, I'm not trying to create divide in that, but I thought that was the manager's setup. I thought that was on the manager, and I think he deserves a lot of praise. So when you do your video when you go home, I want to see 8 to 9 minutes of praise. I want to see that because I see every video that you do after the game, and the man saying, glove face, innit? So yeah, nah. Shout out to Liverpool, man. You lot did your thing today. I gotta give you a lot of praise.
You're still 6 points top of the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a good buffer to have. You still got to play Etihad. You still got to play City at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Do you think this was a bit of a missed opportunity? And if so, do you think it could come back to bite you?
I'm shook because Hooks is there, innit? I don't know what I want to say in front of Hooks, bro. I think because he might say something crazy to me or punch me up. I don't know, bro. But I'll be real. Yeah, I think it's a massive missed opportunity, man. I think, you know what? If this was a champion that had done it before, I think they would have come and done their thing. Arsenal are rookies in terms of winning, so yeah, like maybe they kind of just played not to win, but I don't know, man. I'm disappointed, man. Listen, I tweeted that it was a disgusting performance. In hindsight, that I'm just talking about that game.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, man.
I'm gonna retweet that. Don't worry.
You know what? You're blocked anyway, so you ain't even gonna. Yeah. I don't even know how I got here with you, but yeah, listen, man. Nah, man, that was a poor performance in the grand scheme of things. I think the fact that you were missing a few players, Salah. Listen, I earmarked this game from ages ago because Salah wasn't going to be playing because obviously the AFCON. I didn't actually realise that the way the sort of knockout runs, I thought that it was the group stages, so I thought he was going to go out for no matter what. But obviously, because Egypt went through, it was guaranteed for us to kind of for us to not have him playing. He's tormented us over the years. You didn't have Ht-Htv and look, the silky skills that he can produce up front. Isak as well. He's obviously, you know, unfortunate he's got an injury. No, he was on the bench.
We made no subs in the game.
No, but he was on the bench, no? Jones?
No, he was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, they weren't there. But yeah, okay, fine, he wasn't there. And obviously, you know, yeah, Robertson is somebody who's he's kind of, you can put him down as one of the best left backs in the league. Obviously, maybe behind Ashley Cole, people want to argue Patrick Vieira. So yeah, man, like I think there was a lot that, you know, we didn't do well, man. And it is a massive missed opportunity. But at the same time, I'm sure Hooks will agree. Man City ain't the same team. They ain't that sharp team. So it's almost like, how do you want to spin it, man? How do you want to spin it ultimately? So yeah, I mean, it's a good point for you lot, like in terms of getting top four and that. Because yeah, get me, like we ain't in that race, get me? So yeah, at all, we ain't in that race yet. So because I think we're still gonna win it, but it's gonna be, I mean, edit that part actually. Just I'm not editing nothing. Edit that part out, bro. Cause I know certain man are gonna have a field day with that one still. But yeah, no, man, it's disappointing, man. I'm disappointed. Come all this way, obviously week in and week out, come support the team at home, especially, and yeah, no, that's a poor performance, man. Poor. But shout out to you lot for real. Shout out for you lot.
It's lovely seeing you like this. Keep your chin up. Humbly signing out.
You know what? 3 years ago, you said the ABC Centre, bro, and I can't even walk away from saying this, bro. Bro, wrap this up, man.
Learners will learn, people. Learners will learn.
Listen, man, it is what it is, man.
Big up Gooner Lee. Come on, brother. Bless up, brother.
Massive shout out to Gooner Lee for joining me for the interview. And now we're going to be going over to Hooks' video. But before we do that, please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and leave your comments. And also, make sure you subscribe to Hooks' channel as well, doing great things over there, even though he's an Arsenal fan. So make sure you head over there now, and let's get into it.
Yes, lovely people, we are back, Team Kopish. Liverpool just came to the Emirates and secured a 0-0 point, a big point for us in the grand scheme of things with how we've been playing. Hooks, though, going into the game, I can't be shameless too much because we stream a lot. Yeah. I thought we were going to lose 4-1 today. We didn't. You thought it was going to be a tight game, and it was, but you still thought you'd get over the line.
Yeah.
We watched the game together. Big up to your brethren as well.
Big up with you. Yeah.
Do you think Arteta really went out for the win today, or do you think he settled for a draw in the end?
I think the first half, you know, it looked like we was playing with a certain intent, a certain level of intensity. There was an energy there. I thought, oh, you know, we've started off in a way that made me feel at least we wanted to win. Like, it felt like all the players kind of understood the gravity of this game, and there was early signs of me thinking, oh, okay, this, because I wasn't confident in like smashing you.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. That's crazy.
Not editing that out either.
Okay, that's dark. But yeah, I was like I said, on paper, in theory, we should win because we're the stronger team at the moment. Obviously, you got players out, key players out. We have momentum with us. This is the first time we haven't got a win at the Emirates as well, which is mad this season. But it's still Liverpool. I even said to you before the game was walking. It's Liverpool. Like, you got good players. You got players out, but they're still good players. They're players that won the league last season that were in there. You know what I mean? So, but we just didn't do enough. And in the second half, pathetic. I'll be so real. It was like a Jekyll and Hyde performance. Like, the second half, we was way too passive. For some reason, in this entire game, you didn't really see Declan Rice do the things that he usually does, which is drive with the ball at his feet and kind of put fear into you guys. And I feel like Arteta just wanted to be a bit more pragmatic because Frimpong, especially when Skelly came on, like Frimpong was getting the better of us a lot on the break. So he had to be a bit more cautious. But it's weird because a lot of people say they would rather Arsenal attack a game and lose. But I feel like this is one of them games where you can't lose. Like, this is a must not lose game. So look, it's a point. I don't feel like the point doesn't really affect us too much. Like I've said previously, because we beat Aston Villa and then beat Bournemouth away, I felt like there was a bit of wiggle room for us to potentially draw here and it not have too much of an impact. But all in all, I don't think he was good enough today.
I want to speak about the Frimpong and Skelly. Nkapé was playing really well, in my opinion, before he came off injured. Hopefully it's nothing serious there. Do you think in hindsight, because at the time I don't think anyone would have had an issue with Skelly coming on. He's a natural left back and played very well last season. In hindsight though, and we have the beauty of this as opposed to Arteta, do you think it was a mistake? Because I think you even said you'd put on Ben White and put Timber left back at one stage. Do you think that is maybe where you had the momentum shift and you lost that bit of confidence in the second half?
Potentially, like he came on and was awful. Like just call a spade, and he was awful. But
he looked short of confidence, and as for young players, this is what they go through.
Yeah, oh no, 100%. And like nothing personally against Skelly in it, because obviously I want to see the best for him. But I feel like maybe this is a game you can't really just bring him in off the back of not playing, because there's so much at stake in the game, and maybe the mental side got to him, and I don't know. It's weird because he was running, but it looked like he was walking, and I was like, raw, like. Why is he so slow? Because obviously we kept on looking at each other watching the game, like, right, is this really Skelly? Like, because he's only 18, so I don't know, maybe this is why he's kind of been dropped from the England team. Because you can see Skelly when he's got a run of games and he's playing, he looks a completely different player to what he is now, where he's come on and he looks way off it. So, but I don't think it affected us negatively to the point where it put the game in jeopardy, because obviously we didn't lose. Like, he got cooked many a times, but I guess that's why we have one of the best defenses, because there's always other people that can cover for your mistakes. But I do feel like Arteta will look at this performance and maybe think twice about doing it in a game like this again. Personally, it's unfortunate, but I just feel it is what it is. But unlucky for him, man.
Also want to speak about the striker situation. Saka was really good in the first half. Kirk, I think, pocketed him in the second half. Trossard also, I think, was very good in the first half. Second half, he's playing the game on the edge a little bit. Gyökeres, though. And look, I'm not going to be one of these people who'd be like, Gyökeres is rubbish. I don't think he is. However, how do you think you can go forward and get the best out of him? Because he could have potentially been a difference maker for you guys today.
So in this game, there was a few touches he had that I was like, oh, okay, Gyökeres, but you're doing things that I didn't sign you to do. That's the thing. That's the reality of the scenario. You're doing things that I didn't sign you to do. You're being deployed effectively as kind of like a false nine. But you're not a false nine. You're a nine. So I think to get the best out of him is very simple. Like, you just got to, like, you have to kind of make the players around him understand he is the focal point. Like, whenever you have the ball, look for him. But we don't do that. We don't look for him when we have the ball. We always, got to pass it over to this side, and then, okay, Erdegaard's made himself free again, so we have to pass back to him, and then now, Zubimendi's over there, pass it back, and then somehow it gets back to Saliba, and then Saliba passes to Gabriel, and then Gabriel passes back to Saliba, and it's like way too many passes. He's a striker that sort of like Haaland, in a sense where
Instincts.
we need 2-3 passes and he's into him. Yeah, because that's how you catch people out. Now, obviously, we always have to deal with the fact that, like, teams usually sit back a bit further against us. But I don't feel like Liverpool did that today. Like, I feel like at times Liverpool, especially you can see Van Dijk was like, yeah, get forward, and then you guys are moving forward, and now there's space. But the space is not being used by our creative players for Victor Gyökeres. And it's kind of strange because that first half suited Jesus more.
Yes.
And then that second half suited Gyökeres more. So now that's a Arteta thing now, because Arteta, obviously he can't go into the game thinking that you're going to play that in the. But in the second half, maybe he could have done, instead of like taking off Gyökeres for Jesus, maybe he could have just taken off Trossard for Jesus. And then now you still got, and go 2 up top, and then now you've got someone that drops deeper and does all that stuff you like to do, and then you've got someone that's a threat from behind. Because look, cool, Gyökeres isn't scoring enough goals. Nowhere near. He needs to be scoring more. I still believe they will come, but he's not scoring as much as he should be. But when he comes off the pitch, we look so much more vulnerable. And it's because at that point, teams now know
The defence can step up.
Yeah, they can step up. So that's something that Arteta needs to think about a bit more. Like, he could have even taken off Trossard and brought on Eza. And then now you've got someone who will like to drift inside into the pockets, pick up the ball, and then look for someone like Gyökeres. So I don't know. I feel like Arteta needs to shift his way of playing a bit to get the best out of Gyökeres. But then on the flip side, I do feel like sometimes Gyökeres just has to, like his goal against Leeds, where he just picked up the ball and said, nah, bun everything, I just want to score, and then goes and scores. I do feel there is part of that for Gyökeres as well. But we'll see, man. If we win, it's all good.
Finally, still clear at the top of the league. You predicted from the beginning of the season you're going to win it. Does this result alter your thinking?
No. To put it simply, no. Like, what would have altered my thinking is if we lost, because then I would have felt like Man City would have looked at that and been like, ooh, they don't have it in them, or and then that would have given them a bit of pep in their step, and then maybe they go on a 3-4-5 game win streak. But I feel like the draw is, in a sense, kind of respectable. In a way. I feel like, based on how the game went, which I feel like was very similar to at Anfield, where we kind of had the better first half, you guys had the better second half. Only thing is we couldn't get the win, you guys did. But I feel like the games are very similar, and I feel like this draw won't really negatively impact the players either. I feel like they'll just see it as, oh, we missed an opportunity here. I thought that's all it will be. Oh, we missed an opportunity here to get more points. But then we just go on to the next game, which will be a vastly easier game. And we just win there, and then it's like everyone will forget that today happened. Yeah, everyone will forget that today. Like, don't get me wrong, there's going to be loads of people online that start blowing up and going, oh, Arsenal, they're not going to win it now because
God willing.
All of that stuff, yeah. But yeah, I just feel like, look, this is not a league-defining game in the season, because if you look at it on the flip side, last season you drew to us home and away, still won the league. So the league isn't won or lost on these type of games. The league is won or lost on games where really you should be winning, that you don't win against the smaller teams. So we just have to keep on beating up the smaller teams, and then we're good.
Hooks, once again, all jokes aside, I do want to thank you, because without you, I'd have struggled today getting up here and watching the game. So thank you. Tell the people where they can find and support you, bro.
Halftime Hawks on YouTube. Also, the Gooner Verdict. You know, that's where I drop Arsenal-only videos, little short videos about my opinions on Arsenal. New channel, go check it out.
Hooks, pleasure, my brother.